Okay, welcome to the week, JD. And this is your Monday Advantage. And I appreciate you for following us on the Monday Advantage and getting with us every week. You know, this show, I'm always looking at certain client anecdotes, and one of those that's been most powerful, we had a very powerful tool this week called the 20-60-20 rule. And it basically says that 20%, the upper 20 of your client base, are the ones that bring 80% of the money. So we can use the Pareto principle to look at that. But the lower 20% are the ones that bring 80% of the headaches. These are the ones that really aggravate your staff and ask you for way more than they pay you for. And then there's a middle 60%. So let's call your upper 20 the A's, let's call your middle 60 the B's, and let's call your lower 20s the C's. By distributing it this way, you start to think more strategically about what you're going to do, how you're going to be allocating certain attention, tactics, how you're going to organize the A, B's, and the C's. Basically, here's what it is. First of all, your customer is not king. Now, you're probably shaking your head. You're saying, JD, come on, man. I learned that in school. Of course the customer's king. It's not true. Your employees are king. If you have happy employees, that will in turn turn into great customers. But you're abusing your employees if you're keeping your lower 20s around. So make it a focus. Be pig-headed and relentless about cutting off and amputating the lower 20s. Fire your C clients. Don't keep them around. What you're saying to your best employees is, I'm going to put around you headaches and frustration to make your job miserable. Your job is to build their careers and help them shine in their unique abilities and unique talents. And putting them to work on people that you should be weeding the garden of. You need to be wired for sound in your organization and pull them fast and really fire those clients quickly. You can do it very simple. You just part ways, write them a letter, tell them you're not the right service for them, and then relocate them to someone else who's more fit. But what are you going to do with those Bs? You're going to educate those Bs. You're going to send them a newsletter. You're going to place calls to them every 90 days. You're going to be sending them new updates on your program. You're going to be training and educating them into becoming an A. But how do you know how to do that? You begin to identify what you seek in an A. You take your top 2 or 3 clients. You write down exactly the qualities in them that you work your hardest for, because that's why they're an A. They love you for that. And you're going to look at your Bs and you're going to say, now, what kind of marketing mediums and tactics are we going to employ? What are we going to do to be able to take our Bs and bring them up to As? Now, let me tell you why this is worth it. Let's say that you have 25, let's say you have 40 great referring raving fan As. They're raving fans. And let's say on the loyalty ladder you got a bunch of Bs, right? They're the big bulk, the 60%. Let's say, for example, your book of business, let's say you have 200 of those. Let's say that you got 70% of those up to an A-rated type client. You got them into more services, you got them into getting more involved, they appreciate you more, referring you more. Let's say that you had 250 raving fans that are walking the earth telling their friends in social media about you and how great you are. Just imagine the kind of impact that you've had. You've had, of that, better sales cycles, shorter sales cycles, higher transaction sizes. You've got more glee and jubilee and joy dealing with people that you are just grateful for. Go after ideal clients. Do this. Stratify your groups. A's, B's, and C's. Start with the C's. Purge. Right? Take your B's, design an education plan, get your staff involved, get your customer service and your marketing people involved, and then look at your A's, best in neighborhood. How are you going to get A's to refer you to their friends? Give that some thought. That's what the VIP Coach program is really about. We have the marketing module, the Opportunity Rainmaker, and this is exactly what we do, is help you harvest those A's. You got to have a best in neighborhood service or program for the best in neighborhood or best in class clients. Okay? Go after it. Let's kickstart your week this way.